Hello everyone, and welcome back to the next episode of Kerbal Space Program. In the last episode, we rescued Jebediah and returned home with a decent chunk of science. In this episode, I actually went ahead off screen and took a look at some missions, science data from our own Kerbin, planting a flag on, and returning from orbit of the Mun. There's none for landing on the Mun, which is most unfortunate, but you know, I'll live. How close? 16, damn, that's pretty far. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to send a satellite up for getting science data from the space around Kerbin. It's actually very easy to do this. So, anyone who's watched my previous videos knows exactly what to do here. First of all, you need enough batteries to make sure that it survives on the dark side of the planet. And you also need a reaction wheel to steer it, which is good because this one will work. Okay. Alright, so we want to make sure it's even on both sides. Oh, I keep forgetting the reaction wheel should be closer to the probe. There we go. Now, how much electrical charge is that? 200, 4, 6, 8, 10. I think that's enough to last the day-night cycle. Okay, so this thing needs a few more things in order for it to work properly. First of all, it needs a thermometer to be able to take the temperature. Let's just put 2 on there for symmetry's sake. It needs some form of communication, so I'm going to throw 2 on there. Now I'm going to put Kerbal Engineer on here just to make it a little easier for me. That looks atrocious. Oh well. Alright, so this right here will do its job. Only problem is it will die. So let's go ahead and do something like this. And then something like this, except the other way. Okay. That should have more than enough batteries and solar panels on it. So now, to make it aerodynamic. If I could... Oh, Jesus, that's too many nose cones. I don't understand why I can't connect this directly. You know what? Let me use way too big. Can I scale this? I don't think there's any way for me to scale that. I can rotate it and offset it. Okay, see that? That's perfect. Now if I could just get this back and change its orientation a little bit. You know what? Let's just do normal solar panels on here. Oh geez, clicked off screen. There we go. I just have to be careful about not going too fast out of orbit, because the solar panels will destroy themselves. There we go. So it's got the temperature. I'm going to set it to the abort action group. And then I can send that data back to one of these. I'm just doing that so it looks good. Unfortunately, you know what? If I just do one and do something like that, it'll clip into the solar panel like that. But I'm close. Just doing this to try to make sure it doesn't cause any drag, because I think the thermometer will be able to cause drag. Alright, that's good. Alright. Next, I need to disconnect it somehow. And I don't have the small decouplers. And I don't have any adapters. That was ill thought of me. Alright, so let's just put a normal decoupler on here. It's gonna be not so aerodynamic, but... you know what? Let me throw fuel on here instead. If I do that, and then throw a Terrier on there, it's actually got enough delta V to be able to get into low orbit by itself right there. Now, the only question is, will it be aerodynamic because of this? Which is, unfortunately, the answer will be no. Oh well. Let's throw some struts on here to make sure it connects. on. Let's see. Where do I want these connecting to? Oh, well. There we go. Looks horrible, but it should keep it stable. Okay. So that right there is going to be the probe. And there we go. It's designed to not come back. It's going to stay in orbit forever, and at least until I decide to destroy it or bring it back. Alright, and now let's just throw, say, maybe 2 of those and 1 of these on here. With the, let's go with the swivel. That has just enough thrust to weight ratio. And then a booster to help it get out. Should only need 2. It's pretty lightweight. And I don't think I will need something like the kickback boosters. Yeah, that should be enough to get it into orbit. And now winglets. No, that clips. That clips. I know there's a way to do this so they won't clip. Like that? Yes, the only thing I'm worried about is that the fins might get destroyed. Alright, that should be good enough, so let's just go ahead and name this... If I could get... There we are. There we go. Nope. There we are. Nope. Save and continue. There we are. Alright, now let's launch it. Alright, this... I don't want to launch during the nighttime now. Oh! Fatal flaw. There's nothing aerodynamic. And there are no struts connecting the boosters. That's something I didn't think about. Also, I want these boosters to be quite a bit lower if possible. Let's try to make it so that the boosters connect like they did before. There we go. And then I need aerodynamics on these guys, and then struts connecting them. Well, first of all, I also want something like this. These are going to go at the same time as the booster. There we are. And then structural up. There we are. The only problem is I think that it might be a bit unstable at the bottom. Alright, that should work. Go ahead and save it and launch it again. Now, hopefully... Okay. Yep, this should be fine. A little bit unstable right here, but it should be good. Tilt it a little bit. Is this rotating? It's oscillating a little. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna deal with some rigors, but it should be fine. We're tilting a little. I don't like that. Just gotta try to keep it straight here. Really doesn't matter what orbit this thing goes into. Just trying to turn it a little bit. Let's try to fix this, because now it's going everywhere. Oh, it's because I don't have SAS on. How about that? No, this is the way I do want to go. Yeah, we're still going up, apparently. I've completely borked this. Ah, come on. Can you get back to the right... You're going the complete wrong direction now. Need to... Jesus Christ. There we go. We got completely turned around there, but... that should do it. Yeah, we're in space now, so... Alright, what kind of... Yeah, that's just really weird. That's fine. It doesn't need to be good. And if I want to, I could fix it to be equilateral later. Equatorial, rather. Just need this to... There we go. Jesus. No. It's going to take a lot of delta V, which is fantastic. Well, thankfully this stage looks like it'll have just barely not enough. Alright. You've seen me orbit 1,000 times. You don't need to see the rest of this. Okay, guys, we're back, and I had to burn about half of the fuel in here to correct the orbit to make it almost equatorial and circular. So, that'll work. We're on the dark side right now, so we're actually losing some energy, but now we're on the light side. Let's just orientate. And, boom. Just in case I need a screenshot. Okay. Anyway, if you remember, I set the science to abort, so let's go ahead and keep one and send the other. And that's our mission done. We got 3 science from that, and we got a decent chunk of money, so let's go back to mission control. Got 3 points of science. How fun. Okay, you didn't realize I haven't spent my science yet. And, yeah. So, we are going to figure out here that I'm going to go for fuel systems because larger fuel tanks and fuel lines will allow me to get much greater delta V plus bigger fuel tanks to match with the skipper liquid engine we got. So, kablammy. Plus that leads into advanced fuel systems, which is very important for docking eventually. Alright, now let's get out of here. And now we're going to go ahead and orbit the Mun. We're not going to get a lander this time. Speaking of which, I need to go back to R&D because I need to figure out the science. That was really weird. That took a while. No, it's at Space Center, isn't it? No, where's where we find our science? The science that we've already collected. It wouldn't be here, would it be? No. Oh god, trying to find stuff. It's not in the Kerbal knot complex. Speaking of which, we should probably get another couple Kerbal knots here. Probably, another scientist. Preferably one without a lot of stupidity. There we go. Lindra. Also another engineer. And one more pilot. There we are. Now down to 203 grand. If I really need to, I could take some, oh yeah, I could take a mission. Nah, never mind. Alright, so our mission right now is to orbit the Mun and come back safely. Let's go ahead and make this... No, I wanted to make it, keep it compact. Take a look at our missions. We have to plant the flag on and return safely from orbit. Now, we're going to go ahead and scrap this entire design and make a new one. And I'll show you the completed design. Okie dokie, we are back with our completed Munshot 2.0. As you can tell by this right here, we should have enough delta V. We have 6,706 total, and 5,900 between the first 2 stages. Basically, it's 3 thumpers connected to the big Rocket Max fuel tank, a skipper engine, an adapter, a decoupler, and then a small and big fuel tank, basically. And then I've got one of these guys, the Science Juniors, because I completely forgot what the science I got was. 2 thermometers, 2 batteries, 2 goo containers, another 2 batteries underneath these, the reaction wheel, Kerbal Engineer, 2 solar panels, the Communitron, angled so it does not hit the parachute. Okay. Now, Jeb's already gone, so we want Valentina to get this particular assignment. She's going to go to the Mun and get some science. Record this, but I will not show me getting into orbit, because Should be relatively straightforward. I went with 3 boosters this time simply because it'll be easier to control this time. So I will see you guys in a second. Okay, guys, we are back, and I have gotten into an orbit. Fortunately, the launch was a little bit high, so I burned more fuel than I would have liked, but I still have this stage. This stage right here. There we go. So yeah, adding the wings was helpful, but I didn't realize until afterward. After I started the launch, that I realized, oh, wait a minute. The way the boosters were going to eject, if I had ejected them during a turn, they would have crashed into me, and I would have had a bad time. So I had to be almost perfectly straight when ejecting the boosters, so I didn't start my turn until about 1,300 meters, which was 13,000 rather meters, which is unfortunate. But anyway, I have gone through the liberty of plotting a course to Mun, and this course should bring me into a very close orbit, and I just kind of eyeballed it. Alright, so it's a 15-second burn, so I'm going to start it now because this engine will not be able to do all of it. And we're already done, so let's go ahead and eject that. So yeah, we're going to just barely miss what I thought. Like, I just slightly overestimated it. But we're getting close. See the projected orbit right over here. Was right there. It was going to sling me around, and that would be very easy to kind of, you know, finagle into a very easy orbit without much work. So yeah, we're just going to keep this. See, here we have an encounter, so... And we are going to get it to within... Oh, that's way too close. That is crashing into Mun. Right there. So let's go ahead and hold retrograde just for a few meters. I want to get it to a 10,000. There we are, 32,000. That's fine. Alright, that's going to be really easy. The gravity of the Mun right there will actually help us get into orbit, so... We are well on our way. Just hold prograde because I like the way it looks. Stability. There we go. We are going to leave Kerbin behind us. Pew! Actually, I like this as a screenshot much better than anything else I've done so far. There we go. And now, we're going to need to hold retrograde, but it's not important for now. We are going to go all the way to exiting the sphere of influence. Now remember, don't hit the sphere of influence too fast, because things can change. Almost there. Come on. Just about there. There we go. This actually... oh, I thought this would leave us on an escape trajectory. Any hoozle, as you can tell, we're going to get very close. And now we're going to capture. Takes not much at all to capture because of just how close of an orbit we have. And let's actually... Whoop. Yeah, that's fine. It's not going to take too much of my fuel. I can... actually, you know, this might have been a half-decent landing mission, but, you know, I didn't actually design a lander. Oh, I keep forgetting. Get there. There we are. It's a 13-second burn. Very easy. Just gotta make sure not to mess it up. And... Phew. Almost there. There we are. That should be close enough. Capture us! Kablam! And we are in... orbit. Perfect. Well, almost perfect, but you know. Nothing's ever perfect. Now, I want to... Nope. I want to go straight up, because... like this. Go ahead and open that. Try to get it stable the way I want it to. Almost exact. There we go. Let's go ahead and do science. Let's go ahead and grab that. Mystery gear. Temperature. And crew report. Go ahead and send that directly. Alright. EVA, Yule. EVA report. Just over the Highlands. That's much better. I like that. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab this data. Alright. Yes, I know I have to go to work in 10 minutes, so... Luckily, this video is just about over. If I could... There we are. I was too busy focusing on my phone. I wasn't focusing enough on this. Oh, great. It's tilting. Grab hold. There we go. And tablemi. Can pretty much close this now. Alright. So, there's really no point in staying here since we're not landing. And, I mean, technically I could wait until above, like, one of the craters to do more science, but I'm not going to bother. We're just going to add a maneuver node and get the hell out of here. There we are. No! The maneuver went away. There we go. And that's going to bring us almost exactly back. What if I... Oh, a little too much, because I don't want to go into the atmosphere too fast. There we go, that's good. 20-second burn, very easy. I actually had the fuel to make it, which is unfortunate to actually land. But we'll do that in the next episode, since this episode's running a little short. There we go. And I actually don't have the time to finish this episode today, so I will finish this episode when I get back from work. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like for me. Make sure to leave me a comment, guys, and I'll see you guys next time for the next episode of Kerbal Space Program, where we'll come back to Kerbin, hopefully with enough science so that we can safely develop landing stuffs. So I'll see you guys then. Peace.